graduate, just have a writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Gone.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man, that's Leggett. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man complete downfield to Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready to that?
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The Panthers still looking for that first win. 0-6 to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
2nd and 6. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they're saying it's incomplete.
Carter, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Trap 60, trap 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Hardman on a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with the mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
Hey! Roll! 70 Timberwolves!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Kirk! Right there, right. Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Go!
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Warriors 70. Alert! Alert! Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
19, go!
Completed out to left to Downs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And Walker has it. And he'll just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Well, they managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. You look at this Carolina defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now Pennett's going to hold on to it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They tried to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Play finding Walker, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll throw with Pennett's. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. 3rd and 7 now. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Big Lion. Ready,
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And the move past the 40. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brings up 4th down.
79 Broncos. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They are going for it. Penix. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Romeo Doubs, 38 yards. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Come on, come on.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help, obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
A play fake. Now Penix. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Come 19, come 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Trap 60, trap 60.
Penix working out of the gun here. To the right side and intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play to put points on the board for their team.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Quick throw here out wide to Pitts. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Third and 2.
19 right. Here we go.
To the air, Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here's Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Falcons, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Falcons.
And looking to throw, Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd down and 10.
Warriors, 70. 70, Dragon, 60. Go, Reed, go. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Hey, check on ball. Ready, ready.
They're going to look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
19. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Broncos. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Atlanta.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Hurt, hurt. 70 Timberwolf. 18 Raptor. 18
Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It's second down.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll give them another shot here on the ground. They'll take this to the outside of midfield before going out of bounds. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this down only to about the 46. Montez Sweat with the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Koo now for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points. right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way.
Harrison Vivas to kick off for the Panthers.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
In motion right, Dobbs. Penix to the air once more. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, a 24-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. Put a big-time drive in that situation.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Check. 70 Lions. Set. Hey.
He'll look to throw. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, smash Bronco. 70 Timberwolves. 19 Lions. 18 Pioneers.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lion. Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Maverick.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Mustang 19. Bronco 80. Street. Street.
They'll look to throw here. Well, that is caught. It's Davis. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
On the double. Come on, come on. Hey, check that, check that. Street, street. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready, ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Warriors, ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check mash, check mash. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
To kick off for the Panthers.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Penix. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
60 bison, 60 bison.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cougar Knights, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This is caught by McMillan. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On the set.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70. Let's go, 19 Lions.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here we go, shot. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jalen Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
70 Timberwolf. Big Lion. Street.
Play it.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Go! 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 24. The offense on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. Calling a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and 9 now from the 21. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Mustang 19. No, me. Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will find his way forward about the 23-yard line. A A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here now, 2nd and 4.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Street! Street!
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Stephanie! Liking 18! Hurt! Hurt! Ready!
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cut Panther 60. Panther 60. Buffalo 18. pass, Bronco. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Get up. 60 Bison. Panther Street. Panther Street. Ready, ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
3-yard loss brings up 2nd and 13.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like.